Hello, Warrior Women. Karen McCoy here, and let's talk leadership. This is about choosing your leader wisely. So, when we look to leadership, mentorship, a coach, a trainer, somebody who we want in our corner to help support us through a body transformation, they're not all created equal. So, what we want to look at is a few factors that I found work super well in trying to fit my clients with the proper trainer or coach that they need. So, first of all, does the coach or trainer walk the walk? Okay, so it's really important that our leaders be authentic in who they are and that they live the life as I say. So for me, when I choose people in my world as mentors or leaders, or I have my team of practitioners, so my physio person, my massage person, my acupuncturist, they are all from a sports background. That's important to me. I want my people to be athletes because they understand the athlete's life and the athlete's body. So I wouldn't go to a practitioner, for example, whose clientele are all seniors over 70 because it's a totally different body. And I'm not saying they don't have the skill set, but time invested with who I am and what my challenges are is important to me. I work with women who, I work with a very specific audience of women who are over 40 and who have body challenges and life stress challenges. And that's who my cohort is. And that's who I choose to work with. And I would expect practitioners as well to be careful who they choose to work with as well. Some are generalists, of course, and there's a lot of generalists. There's a lot of doctors who are generalists, and that's cool. But for me, I hone in on the type of person that I am moving towards or live as. I want them to be my leaders and teachers as well. So do they walk the walk? So I always say if you're looking to get lean and strong and shapely, but you're an older woman, for example, do you want to go see a 25-year-old male in the gym? You may want to, and that's okay. That nothing's right, nothing's wrong. He may have the expertise, he may have the drive or the process that you like, and that's fine. But is he going to necessarily understand hormones or menopause or raising children or being married for 30 years, all those other stuff? Now, again, that might not be important to you. You may just want somebody to do a workout for you and give you some food plans, and that's cool. So always determine what is it that you want before you embark on choosing a mentor or a leader who's going to support you in your body transformation. What's important to you, right? Do they have the body that you want? So this is a big one for me. The people, again, that I surround myself with are the people who are working on their bodies. I like people who do weight training and do yoga, Pilates, that kind of work, because they understand physiology, they understand the musculoskeletal system, and they work through their own stuff as well. And so I often look to people who are my mentors. And I remember the first time I saw a woman in the gym who was training, and I went, wow, I like that body. I like that mental acuity that she has. She had the drive when she was lifting. And I decided at the moment, I was 21, that's what I want. And ever since then, that has been my focus. And she had the kind of body, the kind of look and feel that I wanted. And so that was when I chose weight training as my overall exercise. I majored in that and minored in swimming and cycling and running and all that other stuff because I love activity, but weight training was what I majored in. So again, whatever kind of body you want, choose the leader or mentor who is doing that or who can teach it. If you want a runner's body, then you're going to take on a running coach. If you want a yoga body, you're going to partake in yoga classes. If you want a weight training body, you're going to find a bodybuilder or somebody who does strength training as their major. And so just define what is it that you want. To say I want to get lean and strong and shapely isn't enough. Just start looking at different exercise protocols and the parameters around them to be able to say, oh, I like that. I like that body. I like that. I like that look. That's what I'm going for. And then zero in on that. Do they have the same values as you? And this is the big one, guys. I've met unfortunately, a lot of people in the fitness world that don't practice what's important to me as somebody who is involved with and honoring my fitness and my health. I have seen fitness leaders who are smokers or who eat terribly or who have binging issues or they still have eating disorders that they haven't been able to work through or they haven't accessed the help because sometimes they're in shame and they don't want anybody to know. And so these are the values that are important to me. For example, when I screen clients coming in, if they have an alcohol or a tobacco issue, I usually let them know that they need to kind of clean that up because if I'm working my tail off to make them the healthiest people that they can be, but they're doing something that is the most unhealthy every day, then there is a conflict of interest there. And it doesn't support them, and it most certainly doesn't support my values as a coach. And so it's really, really clear that we understand that who we work with, they need to have the same values. Not everybody does, and sometimes you have to look between the lines, so to speak. And then finally, do they help you to reframe your thinking, your story? Are they well versed or certified in mindset development, personal growth, and motivating you and whatnot is not necessarily deep enough because when they're gone, then you're left to your own devices. So it is something that coaches need to instill. It's a tool and a skill set we need to instill in our clients so they can run their own world from that seed instead of looking for the externals to motivate them. There's nothing wrong with being motivated with a YouTube video of somebody that you adore and who has a great body or a magazine or whatever it happens to be. But who you choose and who you're paying as a coach or trainer or mentor, they need to be able to help you to shift who you are. So there's a saying, the trainer trains the workout and the coach coaches the person. So a coach is invaluable because they help you to see things from a different point of view and insert that so that you have an expanded belief system and a stronger self-identity moving forward, of which everything can hang off of at a higher level. And so you see greater results and sustainability when you work from that place. So that's really important as well. And then do they challenge you? Do they ask you good questions? Clients need to be challenged. They need to be called out on certain things. And I know I'm not saying that we need to be mean as coaches, but sometimes I'll have to call somebody out and say, you know what? You have too many excuses here. Okay. Suddenly there's an excuse for not doing this, for not doing that, and there's always something that comes up. Can you see that this is a habit of yours that is moving forward because there is maybe there's a fear of success or there's a fear of taking responsibility or a fear of failure. All this should be amassed from the beginning when you're starting with a new client as a coach to be able to come to know their world. Your coach, your trainer, your therapist, your mentor needs to come to understand your world as a client. And that is where they need to start from, not what we think. Because us coaches, like we know training, we know food, we know all that kind of stuff, but that's actually not the easy part. Because the way I see it is I'm not here to tell, I'm not here to give advice. I am here to learn how my people see their world so that I can then move in from different angles, ask different questions, exert a different force in between those lines to be able to support them in seeing and having aha moments where that is where the real shift and change is. And that is where we can move forward from in that place. But it does require that we be okay with pushing sometimes, pushing our clients, and that the client is being okay with being challenged. And if they're not, then it's just a superficial relationship, if you can even call it a relationship. It's just running on remote control. And again, those can be different scenarios. And if that's what you are into, and if that's what you expect, and that's what works for you, great. But you have to be able to be coachable and to be challenged and to move through speed bumps along the way, because it's not about the destination, it's the journey along the way and who you become along the way. And I feel that that is what real coaching is all about. And finally, do you feel safe? Do you feel safe with this leader, this mentor, this guru, this trainer, this coach? Are you safe to be you? Are you safe to ask questions? Are you safe to challenge her or him as well? Because if they're so caught in their belief system, or they may be arrogant, or they may be fearful of being challenged, then it's not going to work. An open and honest and deep relationship that is based on change and mutual respect and personal growth for both, because I learn from all my clients, and hopefully my clients learn from me as well. It's a two-way street, but you need to be open and vulnerable and honest and authentic, and both sides need to be able to challenge the other side nicely, of course, not in a mean way, but just to say, you know what, I'm calling you out on this bullshit. Or, you know what, I need to ask you this because I'm unclear and I'm just not getting it. Really, really important that you're in an environment that is safe and allows you to be able to do this. And this goes for both coach and client. So it's really important that we understand that our leaders, our gurus, if you will, um, they need to show up in a certain way in order for the client to get everything that he or she needs, and to fast track it and be able to be authentic and real along the way. So be careful who you choose, who you follow, do your homework. And it's not always about somebody who has a great body. I can tell you that, because you can get a great body and you can hold it there for a little bit after show. But just because somebody has a great body does not mean that they have all the attributes and experience and the coaching ability to be able to get you to the place that you want to. So looks can be deceiving, right? You can't judge a book by its cover. So do your homework, ask questions. It's really, really important. It's your body, it's your future, it's your life, it's your health. All right, you guys, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Please put them in the comments below, and be well. Ciao.